there for a long time. He felt good about Jacob all the way through. He's going to be a defensive end for us. You see him just constantly go to the edge, long arm. He walks a lot of these guys back. You see him continuously hit the edge. He's definitely an edge player. Got a lot of upside, love potential at double A. Turns the corner. I think you'll see a couple of inside moves here. Again, a guy on the perimeter who has the ability to make that edge very, very tight, and then has the ability to go accelerate and make plays on the quarterback. Plays both right and left. We'll kind of get and see where he fits here. You see him hit an inside move here. Does a really good job of hitting the edge, hits inside. Another good example. I think this one's a spin. But super excited to be with JMO in the D line room. A guy that I think has got upside potential. Kenyon Austin is still playing, alive in the playoffs. He's at Bishop Moore. Mom and dad from, I believe, from the Michigan area, if I remember correct. You're going to see outside perimeter receiver for us, kind of where we see him, right? But he's a big, tall, very hard, very big throw angle, catch radius. Here you see him catch it routinely over and over. Been a big part of his team's success. Still playing in the state playoffs. Here another one, just a nice little quick hitch. Then he turns it into a nice positive play. Right, fights off, plays with great strength, great demeanor. All right, this is a mismatch that you out on the perimeter if you get a smaller corner. Love what he brings to the table. Great work ethic, great demeanor. Been with us a long time. Had a lot of people come calling, a lot of yards after catch. Very, very dynamic player, a guy that has the ability to take a routine play to the house. Very, very gifted. Another one here, playing him in the slot. He does have the ability to play inside, outside. We like him on the perimeter, but very vertical. Again, another good catch. Able to take it to the house, and those aren't slow guys he's going against. Super excited what he brings. You see another one perimeter. Double move. Takes it to the house, right? So really, really excited about Kenyon and all he brings. Tony, obviously from Palatine, kind of a unique story here, right? He actually played a lot of offense. We originally started recruiting him as an offensive player. I remember being in high school last January, talking with Coach, and he's like, talking about offense. He goes, Coach, I swear if this kid played defense, he'd be really good. So here you see is an offensive play coming over and kicking out, very strong, very powerful. The rest of these plays you'll see as a D lineman. This is where we're gonna play him as a defensive end. Plays with hands, got a really good thick torso, very athletic. Kind of reminds me of a kind of a skill set of Keith Randolph. Big, powerful, got good length, ability to change direction. Plays with good leverage. Has a good understanding. Very good athlete, basketball player as well. So a guy that we just get really excited about. A lot of versatility. Play all three defensive line positions. Has the power to play inside as well as the ability to play on the edge. Javari Barnett, kind of a nice story here. He's actually from Tampa Bay Tech. My wife's from Tampa. We're super excited. One of our possible bowl destinations. But he was a guy we recruited early on. Coach Ward actually played with his high school football coach, so a lot of connections there that made this moment happen. But was committed to us early. Got a little off track and committed somewhere else in the South. The school with a letter that sounds like hey, right? Like really excited to get him here with us, and you can see he's got the ability to take routine plays and turn them into big plays. Powerful, but also has the burst. You see just a little quick short stutter step in the hole, makes the guy miss. Super excited to come full circle with him. Give Coach Ward a lot of credit. Obviously, once he committed somewhere else, we stayed after it, stayed true to it, and then just stayed on top of it. I knew he liked us from the get-go. I knew that we'd have a chance to get back in it. And then obviously everything the way it played out this year just brought him full circle. And here's the one that takes to the house. And again, down there in Tampa, it's not like they're playing a bunch of small guys, slow guys, like just very, very talented. This is one of my probably favorite one. They're on the, 21-yard line here. Just quick, simple cuts. He has the ability to take this thing all the way to the house, right? So a very, very talented player, a guy that we're excited. He won't be with us till June, but super excited to get him here. Kaden Bennett, same thing, right? A guy from kind of an unwritten area for us, came to us. He's a wrestler, going to be involved in wrestling the next semester, but from Suffield Academy. Really like his wrestling background in addition to everything you're going to see here on film. Plays with hands. He's explosive, dynamic. Gets on the edge in a hurry, makes a lot of creative plays just to knock the ball out here. Here's another one of him at running back. Again, like guys that play multiple positions, just a very, very physically gifted athlete. Got a lot of good skill sets, sees the game extremely well, plays with a lot of positive energy. Here's another one on the edge. Again, really good on the edge. around the corner, but also can counter and use his power inside. Very aggressive pass rusher. Very coachable. I think his upside is huge, 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 huge. All right. Another one from the right edge. Again, it does a lot of these where he just kind of gets off, plays underneath, and his ability to make plays. So excited. Michael Clayton, mentioned earlier, right? First signee in the class, our quarterback, extremely talented. Ended up transferring to Miami Edison, playing for Uncle Luke his senior year. I saw Uncle Luke put out a video last week telling why every school in the country should recruit him. I hope nobody paid attention to that, but we've had him in our boat for a long time. Stayed with us through a lot of acquisition. You see, what I love is just his ability to have all three throws. He's got the intermediate throw here, where he's just got a nice little touch on the ball, got a receiver who can get up and get it. I think he'll transition to college football very, very fast, the way he's played. He's been decorated. He's been in all kinds of 7-on-7 skellies, right? Here you see touch pass on the move. Anytime you can change the pocket. Obviously has to bail out here to his right. Just a nice throw. Puts it right where only this guy can get it. Keeps it away from defenders. His accuracy on the move is unbelievably really, really impressive. Has the ability to, kind of double pump here, and you're going to see, let's say the ball just takes off right here from the 40-yard line, and the ball is caught basically on the 5-yard line, right? So basically, as you want to look at it, a 55-yard throw, and it's not like it's an end of game, and he's just having a chance throwing it out there. This is kind of a routine throw for him. Anytime you have a routine throw in that 50-yard mark, that's a pretty good deal, man. He's got a huge arm, right? Really good touch on it. Again, another one here. He's just patting the ball in the 30, just drops it in on a dime, right? Really, really, really accurate guy. Puts it where the defense can't. Really good touch on the ball. Here's another one inside the 25. So in the high red, another just touch pass on the over. So you threw the last one outside left. This one outside right. Really good touch on the ball. Kaden Cobb still playing down in the Texas high school, still in Dayton. Still playing up for a lot of awards here. You'll see a lot of his film is at safety and running back. Here's the pressure. He comes, gets a job of trying to strip the ball out. Here he is at tailback, which he predominantly played this year. So kind of playing in our opinion, he's going to play linebacker for us. We'll start him at inside backer. Very athletic. He's got a great burst on it, good sense, good awareness. I think those guys, anytime you have guys that can play safety, running back, linebacker, all those positions where you see the ball and maybe have the ball in your hands on the other side of the ball, he's a really good indicator of his athleticism. Here's another one at safety. Again, reading the high point safety, coming up and see him coming up in here. All of a sudden the ball is going to be just awareness here, pick it up, scooping, and turn it into points the other way. Just a really dynamic player. We're excited to get in. The last one here, a running back. Great job of making the players miss, splitting safeties, taking it to the house. Like really, really good example, right? Parker Crim kind of came into us late from Ohio. I love this kid's film. Really, here you see him as saw a couple of other guys. This guy's just got a little bit more length. Definitely a twitchy guy that can run some people down. Truly playing a defensive end. Edge player for us here will be in JMO's room. Again, just really like this play here, right? He hits the left edge of the tackle. He hits the right edge of the tight end. Obviously got a running back. Anytime you draw three people to bring your protection, that's usually that they on film were concerned about you, right? So they got three guys assigned to block him here. He just continues to hit three separate moves and get a hit on the quarterback. Very, very unique in your evaluation. Just be able to transition from three different blockers and get involved in a play is pretty impressive. Another good example here, just him splitting, running through, and then he has the athleticism to run and get the ball down, right? Like huge play, get the ball out. Another one here, playing on the offensive tackle on a quick stunt move, inside on the goal line, wrap it up, make a play. Same principle on the left side. Surfs, right? So they do this a lot to us. They'll try to arc our tackles. He just has the presence of mind, stay square. A lot of times kids will start running up the field or attack it. He just sits with patience, play with square shoulders, and gets in on a routine play. Really, really impressive. Love the patience. Got a mom that really has just done an unbelievable job of putting this kid in a position to be successful. Rips across here, cross face, comes back, makes a play. Jacob Eberhart, kind of a cool story, obviously with his dad's history here, unfortunately, of his passing. But Jacob is, just taking advantage of everything that's been dealt to him in life. Here you see him playing safety, routine, kind of just nice little play. Reminds me a lot of kind of play style of Matt Bailey. Really big, long athlete that plays with a lot of anger, a lot of intensity. Here you see him lined up on the number 3. He'll line up and play man coverage, play zone coverage. He can play some high safety, gets down in the box. Here you go, just a nice little reach with the left hand. You'll see it continue to work. That guy's got to bring it down. What goes up must come out. Does a great job of knocking it out. This one here is another one where he's at wide receiver, right? Again, just show his athleticism. Turns it into a stutter go, over the shoulder catch. Takes it all the way down to the house, right? Just changes the field position 80 yards. Another one here on the defensive side. Here he's kind of playing like a left outside backer, where we bring Matt Bailey, again, play style similar to his, but probably a guy coming in, just incredibly talented, long, athletic, a really good football awareness. Pretty impressive young man. Here's another receiver play. We'll start him on defense, but I tell you, between him and Nick, those are two guys that I would say probably excited to get on the offense side of the ball and see what they can bring us. Von Grant from DeKalb be joining us in January. Really big. Here you see a little jet sweep action. He's going to come across here. You see him get the handoff, right? A little quick inside toss, or it ends up being a pass, and then he's going to turn this thing and read a couple of the blocks off the edge, and then watch this. Now you just see like a different person take off. Really impressive change of direction. Got a great burst for a big athlete. Really, really dynamic player. Unbelievable. I saw him play basketball and just really, really, really big, athletic. Got a great understanding of the ball awareness. Takes a vertical here. I do see this guy as an outside perimeter player again. Really impressed with his skill set. Here's another good speed sweep. Same play you saw earlier, but now he has the ability to also throw a little razzle dazzle. That was his request. All right, so good player. Jack Gray from Australia. Kind of got a unique skill set here. Here you see the examples, nothing, live, but this is kind of his punt tape. And I sent Dish over. Dish saw him live in May recruiting, right? So pretty impressive dynamic, especially when you learn a little bit more about him, right? Like, so he's kicking right leg there, going to his left. Here's another one, right? Now it's him right, going to our left with the right leg. Now we do a little rugby, right? So it's going to be able to move the pocket, similar to do with Crimmins, right? With the right leg, right foot. And then this one will confuse you. All right, so he does it going to his right and left. Ambidextrous punter. Had one in my life, but just brings a whole different, and he punted that one to his right, bring it back across to his right. And here's another one, right? Going left, bringing it over to his right, like just very, very unique in the things that you can game plan scheme with him, right? A different guy that brings a whole nother skill set that we haven't had here before. All right, Nick Henkins, incredibly excited about him from Belleville West. Really, really impressive young man. You're going to see him here lined up at corner. Probably has the ability to play both corner, field, boundary, also nickel. Kind of a skill set similar to Xavier. You can see just the anticipation. Understands it, sees it, reads it, plays with a really good burst. I can't tell you how many guys called me during the course. This quarterback, he knows. He should just fell down. Like, that ain't going to happen, right? So then just a really, really impressive young man, really high football IQ, intelligence. Was super excited to get him. He liked us a lot, and just continue to move in our direction. Plays with a lot of intensity. Really loves the game. Last play you'll see here as a DV, right? But just has the ability. He sees it, understands it. Boom! He starts to pull before this ball's even handed off. He starts to pull the pin. Comes in. Oh, my bad. Wrong guy. Wrong three. Right, and then there's another one at wide receiver. That was him at running back. There's another one at wide receiver. A little aggression here. Not condoning blocking anybody out of bounds, but when I saw this, I didn't hate it. That in conjunction with like the play before, right? Like here he is at wide receiver. Obviously, the coach is given the skill set, right? That twist move right here in the middle. And then you put him out there and they think, oh, all they're going to do is hand him the ball. They're going to hand him the ball. They're going to find ways to get him the ball. And he comes off the ball and blocks you like this. That's what sets him apart. Here's the last one in the kicking game, right? Really good job. Obviously, the ball's caught here on the 7-yard line. Sees the vision, explosion, athleticism. So we'll probably eventually use him in all three phases. Obviously on defense and as a return guy right away, but as he gets comfortable, we'll move him. Kind of a unique deal, right? King is actually playing a state championship game here in an hour and a half. From Brother Rice, here you see him, a true inside D tackle player that's got a lot of good athleticism. Was very impressive. Came here to summer camp. Really like his demeanor, like his ability. Plays with a really good base. Here you see him strike, play off, and make a play. And just routinely, we got the Brother Rice hover cam here, but really like the burst that he shows here. A lot of times people forget, right? Like the shortest route to the quarterback is usually over the guards in the center, right? So the ability for this guy just to get in there, quick change direction, early down pass rush, very awesome. Big skill set that we're bringing here to the program. Here's another one lining up at nose. Again, just gets off, gets vertical, makes a play. Another one here where he's in the 3 technique. Again, really good use of his hands. Got a little bit of a wrestling background. Just throws it off, makes a routine play. Really impressive guy. Maika Matelau. I can't pronounce for sure if that's it, right? But very impressed. Went and watched him. I think on the day that we saw him, we started off the day in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then we flew to Hutchinson, Kansas, and then we ended up in Ontario, California to watch Maika play, right? So really impressive guy. He's got a good fundamental base, gets into his stance really easy. One of the things I like to do when I see linemen in person is how well they get in and out of their stance. And he's very clean and very easy for him to transition in and out of his stance. Here's on the left side. Here you see him, I believe, as a puller. Ability to get vertical and bring a little bit of power with him. And then the running back follows him. You can see a lot of play designs. They're a very good football team, advanced to the playoffs all the way till last weekend. Here you see him back on the right side. He would literally in practice would go from left side to right side. Got really good punch. Actually went on mom and dad are from Tonga. Went on a 2-year mission to Tonga. Came back at about 240 last year and bulked himself back up. He's right about 300. Really impressive. Love his athleticism, punch. Kind of a quiet one, but on the field he plays with a lot of energy, a lot of intensity. Really excited about Maika and to see what he can bring. This is his cousin, for future reference, who came in at 500 pounds. He's now down to a lean 420, so we might be going back. But this is really good here. Hands, look at just the suddenness. We do this all the time in the O-line, combo blocks, watch him punch, and then he'll come back up to the next level. Obviously, the running back comes in right behind it. Really good stuff. Another junior college player, Jakwan Morris, from Northwest Mississippi, a really good football team that we went and watched during the bye week. Another guy that I went and saw live, myself and Pat Hamilton. And here you're going to see just really good feet, good acceleration. Love what he brings. I know he got a lot of attention. He was recruited to somebody else for a while until we kind of came in and went full go rodeo and got a chance to get him here on campus. Was awesome. Really good skill set. Love his demeanor, very serious. I thought he was a kid this year as the film went on, that got better and better all year long. He drew a lot of attention on the front end. And he came in 2 weeks ago. Once he saw us live, once he saw what we did, he didn't hesitate committing and made a great decision for hopefully not just now, but also in the future for him. Like, just really impressive. Great hands, great eyes, great feet. One last one, a corner. Here he's playing off, kind of playing quarters, so he's playing really man technique here. We play a lot of man, and he's really done a nice job of defending here. Watch him play up and through the hands on a high ball. Really good. Pritchard, guy that we liked all the way along. You're going to see him kind of buried in this mass of people, but you'll see why we put this clip on here. All of a sudden, he's going to kind of emerge out of here, and the running back's right behind him. You see him strike up and through. You see the helmet. He moves about 4 or 5 people here, and the running back's right behind him. Very impressive dude. Really like his skill set. We'll play both tackle and guard, but we'll start him off at tackle. I think that's where he'll, unless he proves otherwise. Here you see him getting up to the second level, runs extremely well. Takes a guy for the ride here. I always think, like, I know his mom and dad, but that kid's got a mom and dad too in the stands. They're like, oh shit, right? I like it. Another go in that tackle. Again, just watch, he just stays his feet. A lot of times when big guys are out in space like that, they fall down. This kid's very seldom on his feet unless he makes a decision to go there. Another good example here of him running. Throws one guy down and then dismisses, gets up to the second level. And then this last one, really good example of just staying on your feet, just driving this thing in and putting himself right. Now it's Rankin, kid out of Morgan Park. Obviously, we know Morgan Park, the home of Io, right? And we know what he did for Brad in the basketball program. I think this kid's got the same similarities. We really sold him on staying home in state here. Obviously, had a lot of suitors that wanted to take him out of the state, but just a really nice little slant route here. Great catch radius, really good athlete, plays basketball as well. Got him split outside wide here. Just you'll see his football intelligence, awareness, and a good understanding. Goes and gets it, high points it. Another really good example on the perimeter to the right. Love him down in the red area. You see 3 catches here where they score 6 points on every occasion, right? Just confidence in a coach to throw it, quarterback to throw it, and obviously the guy to catch it. Really impressive guy. Other one down in the red. Throws it. Just trust him. Out jumps his opponent. Comes down with it. Really impressive. High red, low fringe area. Just now a straight vertical route. Take a home run shot again. Just goes up and gets it. One of our last couple guys here, Kingston Shaw, from Apopka down at First Academy. Actually, ironically, got hurt before his senior year. Right. So this is some film of him playing off the ball. He's going to be a down on the line of scrimmage outside linebacker for us here. He's in a 3-point kind of a defensive end type, but he'll play outside linebacker for us. Great motor, great energy, great set. Mom and dad are absolutely awesome people that are in charge of obviously doing all the right things to get him here. Super excited to get him here in January. He came and saw us early in fall last year, and then he obviously saw us down in Orlando. He was one of 3 Orlando kids to commit to us within a month after our performance down there. So bowl games matter and performance matters. This is a really, really good example of all that stuff. And then the last guy, one of our last couple guys here, Champ Smith, obviously you just saw. So here he is. This is what we recruited him to be, but because he has a unique skill set, Coach Jankowski, he and I have known each other since 1994, and really good friend. Had a lot of good players come from his school. Here you see him. When I saw this kid 3 years ago play in a practice, I was like, oh man, he's going to be special, right? So really good example here, going combo up to the second level. Here you see him coming out here underneath, quarterback draw. Just the ability to gather his feet and run. Like most big guys, when they're out here against a little guy like that, they'll fall on their face, but he stutters, gets his feet underneath us, and because he is such a good athlete, right, Lenny uses him a lot as a puller. Coming around to that second level, again, he just gets this kid, wraps him up, and then just delivers him to another country, right? Just really, really good. They're still alive playing in the playoffs. Here's another good example of him on defense, right? So we'll play him on offense, but I've told him he does what I think he's capable of doing. We'll play him a little bit on defense. Here he gets to the edge. Very explosive, big athlete. And here he is at running back. A little stutter move. I asked him if I had to recruit him as a running back. He claims he doesn't. So very excited to get Champ. And then he wanted to have this one. This is his request. That's not him. That's him. I was giving him heat. He was outside playing a little bit of catch. I'm like, you can't catch. He's like, Coach, let me send you a video. Really good example, man. Jaylen Stewart from Pearland High School. This kid is very excited. Got a little bit of edge in him. Could maybe possibly inside, outside, off the ball backer. Really athletic, plays with high motor. Ran into a little injury, but really has done a nice job just getting himself in a position to be successful. Here you see him we wouldn't do this necessarily like Truman playing as a down D lineman. We kind of see him more as an edge player, but really good motor, very athletic. Excited to get back into Texas, get a couple guys out of there. Good stunt move inside. Another one coming up here. Very athletic, got good burst, good athleticism, gets another guy down, right? TJ Taylor, one of our later acquisitions here, an offensive tackle. Again, another bye week product. Went and watched him play and visit with him. Here you see him getting out on the perimeter. Runs extremely well for a big man. Gets out, makes contact, and spent a little bit of time in Atlanta as well as on the West Coast. Came and visit us, watched us play a couple weeks ago. Really, really like his athleticism, good football IQ. I love his demeanor. First time I sat down and visited with him, like it's just Really intense dude, loves to play the game. Really like what we've done here with offensive linemen in our history. Another good example here, just comboing from the main level to a second level. Just has the ability to see it, feel it, understand it, get himself up. Another one here where they pass pro, being able to lock, stay with it, plays a good extension, locks this thing back up. All right, Casey Tolman, another in-state player. You'll see here. Now, he's playing a bunch of guys that don't really look like him, right? Like, he's just a bigger dude. But what I do like is when there's going to be a couple examples where you see him really run, stay on his feet, maintain leverage. First time I met this guy, he came in, sat down on my couch in my office, and I think he was a freshman. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's going to be huge. He's just continued to get better. Very impressive work ethic, attitude. Again, stays on his feet. He's running now. He's 15, 20 yards downfield, just stays with it, maintains with it. He's able to run this guy, obviously pushes him at the end, but to maintain that for 20 yards at that size and that frame is impressive athleticism. Really impressed. And again, just a great demeanor. Dad's a basketball coach. He's going to stay and play basketball, so he won't be with us till June. But again, just getting up to the second level, a lot of space, a lot of movement. Almirian Thomas, corner I was talking about earlier. Here you can see him as a return guy. Very explosive athlete. Again, you get down here in Florida, these aren't slow guys you're going against. He just gets it and gets vertical. What you're going to see with him just makes a lot of quick decisions that are football decisions in a split amount of time. Here you see him playing a corner again. Really good burst, got good range, good long arms. Here you're going to see him undercut. Reminds us of some of our other corners we've gotten from down there in Florida. Here's another good example. Plays with it. He's obviously in man, comes back out. You'll see him just attack, burst, accelerate, and make a play. Here's a good one too. Outside on the edge, you'll see the read, the reaction. You see a guy come, you'll see him transition, right? So right now, this guy's probably 2 yards deep. He's right at the sticks, right? You'll see him change direction. Make a play, turn into 6 points going the other way. Really good read and reaction. Another going in here where he's on defense. Same principle, right? Going to come back around. We're going to fling it out to him. So he's about 7-8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. So probably between the two of them, there's about 12 yards of spacing. He gains 2 yards, right? At the 2nd and 2, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. So all of that, right? Just with the burst, this kind of reminds me of some plays that we do with our drill work, right? Like just the amount of ground that he gains in a short amount of time to get that guy down, that's a difference, right? Cameron Thomas, another inside backer type. Now, he plays a little bit of on the ball, off the ball. Really got good burst, got a good nose for the ball, makes a lot of plays as kind of an outside linebacker type. Here's the last play there. Comes in, able to keep spinning around out of it, and then gets the ball out. Good ball awareness, do a hell of a job of coaching these guys up. Again, another one on the edge where he stunts. Really good program, plays with, and this is where we'll start him as an off the ball, but he has the ability to play on the ball. Really good fight, right? And Will Vala from Downers Grove North, guy that really came on our screen the last 2 or 3 months. Here you're going to see him make a couple just crazy catches. Really good athlete, very gifted athlete, right? Makes a lot of big plays, plays a little bit of 30, keeps getting bigger every time I see him. He looks great. Super excited bringing him into the program. We'll be using him as a Y. Just continues to be very impressive every time we get around this guy. And then Landon Bonsig from Millard North, state champ just last week. Him and his teammate both joining us, but just really, he plays tackle for them, but he'll be an interior player for us. Great job of running after the snap here. Again, just locks it up, throws him down. Really good feet, good energy. Great kid, got a great future. Super high football IQ, loves the game. And anytime you have a state champ joining your program is a good thing, right? Another good list, just leverage. He uses it all the way through, and then we're splitting them out wide here. Use it as a little wide receiver screen, gets out in space. A lot of times guys can't feel this that size, but he just gets it, takes this poor young man and sends him to the sideline. And another one, just controlling at the line of scrimmage, play after play. Another good example of just somebody who plays with good energy, good hands, good eyes, good feet, stays on his feet, keeps it running. That's 15 yards down the field, 18 yards down to the ground, right? Just really good play style. Alfred Washington, another JUCO player out of Northeast. I saw him on Sunday, and then obviously saw the Northwest guys the next day. So a productive 24 hours for us right here. You see, plays a tackle, has played guard, has also played center. Really good athlete. Coach that coached him in junior college was an offensive lineman as well. Just really likes his skill set, his demeanor, his punch. You see he's on one guy, transitions to the other. Love his athleticism, got pretty good football speed. I think he's really raw, and in fact that I think he gets here, gets around the weight room, training room that we got, and then Nelson Wheeler, running back, also state champ, obviously Landon's teammate. You're gonna like this one. 1 yard line, turns it into a pretty productive play. 99 yards for a touchdown. Really like his history. Transferred obviously here to win a state title. You're going to see him catch it out of the backfield. Does a great job of reading and setting up blocks down the field. Great job of changing direction in the middle of the play. Love what he's got in the run game and the throw game. Here you see him burst through. Good strong legs. Another good one inside the tackle. Takes it. Able to burst through a small hole. A touchdown machine. Guy that's been pretty impressive. Only 1 year here getting around those guys. Just took his play to a different level. Does a really good job. Obviously, you think he's in a little bit of trouble here. Made one guy miss out. Then another guy just beats with speed. Then he does another guy, cuts over top of him. The other guy can't believe it. All of a sudden, he's in the end zone. Isaiah Williams. It's alphabetical, I promise. It's almost at the end. High point safety here. Goes up and gets it. Plays a little bit of defense and offense. Comes down in the box. Uses an edge rusher here. You see him come in and play after the quarterback. Gets the ball out. Very impressive athlete. Love the fact he plays both ways. Here you see him down in the box again. I think he can play free safety, boundary safety. Does a really good job playing with his hands. Here you see a punch out. Lined up like a corner here, playing a little combo. Gets his hands on the ball, gets it out. There he is, a wide receiver. Last one, Tony Williams. I believe it's the last one. Inside linebacker, still playing down in Florida. Really, really like the way he sees and feels and understands the game. Burst out of it. Here you see another one where he's on the edge. Now he's back off the ball in the middle. Really good feel. Understands exactly where the ball is. Got great presence, good awareness. Outside backer coming into the box. So he does a little bit of everything on the ball, inside and outside. Good job of playing through the block. Pass coverage. Really, really like his skill set. So that's a good look.